Hey, good evening, everybody. It's a little late tonight. It's a little bit after midnight on October, what is it, 28th, okay? All right, so tonight what I'm going to talk about is the new moon in Scorpio, as well as, let me just make sure I get this glare. I can get this glare out of my way. I don't know how to get that. There we go. I think that might be better. So I want to talk about the effects of Scorpio calendar time, new moon in Scorpio, as well as the Scorpio Mercury Retrograde. But of course, my lighter is not working. All right. Thanks, Spirit, for making this lighter work now, please. And the best way for us to know something better. Up, or bring us another one. Okay. Got one. All right. Okay. And thank you, God, for that for us. The best way for us to know something better. Okay, so tonight that's what I want to talk to you about because today was a really interesting day. Today is October 28th. Over the last 2 weeks prior to this, we are really in what I call, what universe tells me to call, is like a precursor, or like... I don't know, you could call it a shadow phase, or it's like the 2 weeks before and the 2 weeks after Mercury retrograde. Usually it's about 2 weeks time before and after the actual Mercury retrograde time that you'll feel the effects of it. And then, of course, we're going to have all the new moon and the Scorpio calendar year time. So a lot of stuff is happening, okay? Very intense stuff. So it was really crazy because I woke up at 5 a.m. and I was like, holy shit, I had this huge, massive, intense, depression energy, coming out of me. And I was like, whoa. So that's heavy, deep stuff, like depression, that I didn't even realize was deep down within me that I was releasing. And at first I was like, oh God, I wanted to throw up because it was such heavy energy. So I'm telling you this, I'm sharing this with you because I'm being guided by Spirit, because many of you are going to be feeling stuff like this. Scorpio is that energy that gets to the bottom of the pot, the bottom of your soul, releases stuff that's way, way, way deep down, very, very old stuff that you don't even think, you forgot about, you didn't even realize was there. You know what I mean? Let's say a really good example that universe gives me to give in one of my classes this weekend was, it's like all of a sudden you'll get an image of you when you were 2, screaming and crying, and you had your lollipop stuck in your hair, things like that, where it's very traumatizing and unwell experience for you, and your soul is just releasing stuff like that. So you'll get images, thoughts, feelings. I had that massive depression that just came up out of me at 5 a.m. I was like, oh yeah, I think I'm going to throw up, but I'm going to ask Spirit to clear it and go back to bed, So when this stuff happens, all right, and you see it and you feel it and you get a vision, don't do your best to not get freaked out about it. Just instantly ask Spirit to clear, heal, and change it. This Scorpio energy time right now is very, very intense for many, many reasons. Like I said, all these astrological things are going on, and it is a lot. It is a lot. Okay. So the other thing that I noticed today is for Scorpio, for the Scorpio time that's going on. So this 2 weeks prior is the beginning of this Scorpio Mercury retrograde, as well as we're in the calendar year time, and then the new moon, Scorpio new moon energy. Okay. So going into this 2 weeks prior to the Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, having all that Scorpio energy, I had a plane that I was supposed to catch on Sunday morning, and I totally fucking missed it. And I never miss a plane. But what you need to remember, so in my people space, right, I'd be freaking out, being upset, I missed the plane, I didn't make this, I always say, I do what I say, blah, 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 right? Because I'm in the zone with Spirit, I'm supposed to be doing this, and I set it all up, and I put it all out there, and in my people space, I can get upset about the money, I can get upset about what's happening, I can get upset because I didn't do what I said, but I must remember that if this is what happened, that this is what was meant to be. I wasn't meant to get on that plane, and therefore universe and with my soul had many other things planned. But this is the kind of stuff that is going to happen with this Mercury retrograde Scorpio energy. So I missed the plane. I never miss the plane, right? so that was an all-time first new experience. I've been delayed with planes, and that's normal Mercury retrograde stuff. But the reason I'm telling you that is because it's in the preliminary period, or the 2 weeks, or like what they might call, I think it might be the shadow period before the actual official Mercury retrograde, which starts on October 31st, or Halloween. Okay. So that said, stuff like that is already happening. We're not making our planes and our stuff on time. Just there's holdups and issues. But what you have to remember is this is in the grand plan of alignment of what's in your soul, what is best for your soul's journey, to make that manifest and happen. Make what you've asked Spirit from love to happen. Excuse me, for you in the best way, from love. Okay. So that said, I'm just doing my sage thing over here, trying to find the best piece. Okay. So that said, you're going to be experiencing stuff like that. You're going to experience bouts of depression, images. Again, all of this is within release. Okay. You may find yourself being very influenced by this Scorpio energy season, really, with all these other different, I want to say, elements going on at the same time. What universe tells me is if you have any kind of water energy in your chart, in the story of your chart, which really is the like the written word, so to speak, on the story of your soul, or the your astrology chart is the metaphysical story of you, basically your roadmap for what is you, which is your soul. Okay, so in your 12 house astrology chart, if you have any water in there, in, let's say, Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer, you're going to be more influenced in this, and depending on how much water signs you have, how many planets you have in what water signs you have, as well as what your rising sign, your sun sign, and your moon sign. Okay. And take a look at everything with water in there. If you're really a large water planet, you're really going to feel it. I had some of my clients text me and be like, oh my God, oh my God. So I had to send energy. We cleared it out. I said, just trust the universe. We're working on it. Ask Spirit for these things for you now. And we sent out the energy to work on this stuff so she could be free of this rough time, because it is a very heavy energy already on and off. But all of these things are the symptoms or effects that you're going to be feeling. Okay. So if you have any kind of water sign, you're going to feel it more, especially if you are a Scorpio, you're going to really feel it. Again, Cancers, Pisces, and Scorpio. You are also going to feel it if you are big time, if you're on the opposite sign of that chart, because this affects that. Okay. They're like, what do they call it? I want to say counter signs, your opposite sign. Like for me, if I'm a Libra Scorpio, my opposite would be Aries Taurus. So Aries Taurus is really going to be really feeling this energy heavy, right? And Pisces would feel the energy along with Cancer. So everything works together, which is the design of you, of the you that is you, and is your story that is in your chart, all right? So your chart, meaning your astrological chart, which is your soul, okay? It's the story of your soul when it first came in that moment. Okay. So that said, all of these things are going to be affected by this Scorpio calendar year energy and all the things we're talking about here. Okay. All right. So those are some of the things. The other thing that you're going to use, you're going to realize, so you'll have a lot of depression shit exiting, depression shit meaning depression stuff, feelings, all of a sudden like this heavy energy, like me this morning, right? Okay. You'll have that. You will also have a lot of releasing of power spaces, ego spaces. Scorpio is extremely, in an unwell space. Any of us who have negative or unwell Scorpio traits that are toxic for us, that are based in power energy, ego energy, my way or the highway, stuff. And it's so funny because I got in my truck this morning to drive to work, right? And I was like, I turned on the radio, and I don't know if many of you know this song, this tune. It goes, I don't know who sings it, but it's an old tune, and it goes, if I can't have you, I don't want nobody, baby. No, I never said I could sing, okay? But that's the song, I know you guys know it, right? And I'm like, you got to be kidding me, Spirit, right? And then they sing me another song, right? So I switched the station, and I just started laughing. I was like, oh my God, right? Because if I can't have you, I don't want nobody, baby. That's total Scorpio energy. I'm like, basically the universe is saying, here's what you got to release in you, right? Because basically that song is basically saying, if I can't have you, I don't want nobody. So it's you or nothing. It's my way or the highway. It's got a lot of that fuck off energy, right? That's Scorpio energy, right? So that can be Scorpio energy in an unwell place. And in a wonderful, loving energy space, it can be a great thing. There's a balance here from love with everything, okay? So a lot of you will be releasing all kinds of stuff like that. It's my way or the highway. I'm ego spaces, different ego spaces, and you'll find all different variations of that will be coming out of you now too, please. And it's going to get to the bottom of the pot. When I say too, please, all of this stuff will ask to release it as well. And thank you, God, for that for us. And the highest form of love that exists in this reality, any reality, and in our soul, and what we are, be, say, do, and create, and all that it is, and the best way for us and or something better. So we get rid of all those ego spaces of and unwellness spaces that are Scorpio associated characteristics. A good way also to do that is to take a look at all that is in Scorpio as a sun sign, a moon sign, and in planetary aspects of Scorpio, as well as sun sign, moon sign, and your rising sign. Any spaces that you have Scorpio in you, look at the characteristics of Scorpio. Take a look and clear out those things out of your soul. If you haven't done your chart, it behooves you to do it. I can do it for you. We can work on it together, or you can do it yourself. Anything I can do, you can do. Okay. All right. Which is good news, right? All right. So, that said, these are the kinds of things that are going to be happening. There's also a very powerful self-confidence energy that a lot of you are going to be feeling during this time. Okay. It's going to help you make the decisions and walk through the doorways that need to be walked through for you and your greatest career. So you're going to feel a lot of that. It's about balance though. Okay. And it's about balance and feeling the right intuitive spaces to go. All right. You will be guided. Scorpio is an extremely intuitive sign. It's a water sign. They get to the bottom of what the truth is. Okay. So you're going to learn the truths during this time as well. You're going to get a lot of truths that are coming out of people's souls. You're going to discover things that were way down at the bottom of people, and you're going to be like, wow, this is going to come out. There's going to be heated tempers, okay? Scorpios, when they sting, it's rough, okay? They have like a biting, cutting edge to them. They pretty much, if you think about a scorpion, a little scorpion guy or creature, right? You think about him, he walks around, he pretty much minds his own business, but if you mess with him, right, at some point, he's going to sting you, and it's not going to be a good thing. So think of that, all right? And there's going to be like think of that too, that there's going to people going to be more on edge and fight and say some stinging words. This is the time for that. Ask Spirit to clear it. Ask Spirit that you're free from getting all wrapped up and involved in that. But also there's the like I'm just going through with one of my people, the consciousness belief system where we came home from an event this weekend, and she's riding with me, and I love the hell out of her. And we had stopped. I thought we had stopped two or three stops, and two stops. I thought we had stopped 3 stops, and she said that we stopped 4 times. And I was like, oh no, we didn't stop 4 times. She goes, we stopped 4 times, and I'm right, and I'm right, and I'm right, and I'm right. And I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? Because it's quite humorous, and we're sitting there having a discussion about who's right, and then I'm like, this is fucking stupid. This is like ego shit, right? And it makes no sense, and it's silly, it's like, being right isn't even a real fucking thing, right? But here we are in earth world human beliefs thinking we have to be right. It's right. We're right. We're always right, So this is that Scorpio stuff, the need to be right, the need to be validated, the need to be number one, right? But in not necessarily the healthiest, best positive way. A lot of this is just for this time frame really is to release all the unwellness that are associated in these different vibrations of all these habits and patterns and things that we're talking about here today. Metaphysically within our soul and in earth world reality, to be free of all this. And thank you, God, for that for us, and the best way for us and all or something better. So this video here serves not only as a guidance from universe or love energy, right? It serves not only as that to help and assist you to understand what's going on, because I believe this is going to be a pretty long Mercury retrograde. as well as, during Scorpio time, you have your Scorpio calendar time, and then you have the Scorpio moon time as well. Different things bring different aspects to the table, and it's going to be a pretty long period. I'm not sure. It might go on through December 8th. But definitely look it up, get the exact dates, but it is definitely on for October 31st, but it has started prior to that, and it will go past that. Usually for me, it starts about 2 weeks prior, and then it usually takes me like a week to realize what's going on. When I go, oh, that's right, Mercury Retrograde is coming, and so at least when it's over, I can feel when it lets up, and you just feel a release too. It'll be about a couple weeks up, but you'll still feel some of the effects, like the residual afterwards for sometimes 2 to 3 weeks, depending on how sensitive you are, how much you're working with universe, how much you work with love energy or God or spirit to create your greatest life. The higher you vibrate, the more sensitive you are, as well as what you ask God for affects and changes and creates that which it is that is best for you always, and sends you off in that direction with your soul and all that is love. Okay, so that said, let me see what else we have here. From universe, new doors opening, new things going on, and you get the clearings in this video, which is fantastic. Wisdom from spirit on what's happening and why it's happening. So you understand you may be on an edge, you may feel on edge, the energy may be heavy. You'll be kind of looking more into things within your soul. That's what Scorpio does. It's an investigative energy. Let me get to the bottom of what's going on here. So, but you're also going to be doing that in your earth world reality. So you're going to see things about people in your life and kind of like say, well, what's the truth about going on there? What's going on there? The God's honest truth to help you, okay, and assist you. And as always, as we're getting rid of people who no longer serve us. Serve us meaning who are not in our best interest from love. All right, they have an ulterior agenda, and it is toxic for us. And when that happens, we're going to be freeing ourselves from all of this, because ultimately they're holding us back. All right, so this is some great guidance for the Scorpio new moon time. And be aware, because songs will come on the radio, things will come in by what people say, the television will say something, your friend will say something, and it'll be all related to all the stuff going on with Scorpio to help you clear, heal, change, or make you aware of what's going on in you and needs and behooves you to clear out, heal, and change. Okay. All right. So that's pretty much it for tonight. If you have any questions, holler. Just wanted to put together this small video on the latest astrological changes that are happening to help and assist you and give you some of the effects and the stuff that I'm going through. Mess ups as well. Communication not working out, plans not following through, not happening. And just remember, everything that happens is an opportunity for you to clear, heal, and change it, and be your greatest you and create what you want to happen into your future and clear out the crap that's in your way from your dreams. Okay? All right. So you guys have a great night. Many blessings. Enjoy this Scorpio moon time. There's a lot you can do with it, especially because during this time you'll be super, super, super intuitive. Because you can, like, almost even more so than you normally are, just take the intuitive gifts that you have and just channel that Scorpio energy into that, and you'll be even more intuitive. So this will help you, guide you through this time and through the knowing of what's truly happening. You'll notice things will stand out to you more than others that you need to pay attention to, a word in a magazine, or something on your kitchen table, and it's all related to your greatest you, healing ideas, guidance from love energy and God, or God, to live your greatest life. So utilize that Scorpio intuitive energy and make the best of it. How do you do that? Thanks, God, for that for us from love in the highest form, in this reality, any reality, and all that is. All right, and we'll see you in a day or so. Have a great night. Thanks.